What is the difference between active and passive rental income? Are you confused by all of the real estate lingo and jargon and acronyms and all that other stuff that they talk about when it comes to making money? I'm going to break it down for you in the simplest terms possible so you can turn those questions into money in your bank account. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, or you need to do it better, well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm going to provide you a detailed explanation on the differences between active and passive income with no fluff. I'm going to share with you my biggest and best secrets to how I've created 10 plus streams of multiple income. Most of them are passive. And last but not least, I'm going to share with you 3 hidden ways to find deals for free. So many of you guys know real estate has been an amazing life changer. In fact, 89% of all millionaires have been created so through real estate. This was a quote that was said by Andrew Carnegie over 100 years ago and is still true to this day. Rental properties and real estate has been life-changing for me. Real estate offers so many benefits that other investments just don't offer. I've been able to create active and passive income through rental properties. I've been able to do things like fixing and flipping, which is active, and then create passive income by things like rental properties. In any situation, real estate can be life-changing and rental properties can be your ticket to freedom. So let's talk about passive income. Passive income is defined as income that you do not have to work in order to get. Essentially, you don't have to invest any time in order to receive this income. Passive income most people think of as retirement income, such as pension or social security income or even disability income. Again, income that you receive that you don't have to work for. But it doesn't have to be left to the realm of retirement. Passive income can be received while you are still working and getting active income. You don't have to think that you have to only get passive income when you retire, or that you have to work and then retire and get passive income. You can start creating passive income today. So when I started investing in real estate, many of you guys know I started off as a complete disaster. I started off in my parents' basement with multiple foreclosures, bad credit, and almost no expertise in real estate whatsoever. But I was able to turn that around with active real estate strategies. I met a coach that taught me how to do wholesaling. Wholesaling is when you find people with a property problem, you get that property under contract, and then you flip that contract to another investor for a fee. He taught me how to do this, and I was able to get my sorry butt out of my parents' basement. I started reaching out to people that were in the same situation that I had been in, people that were behind on their mortgages, people that were going through bankruptcy, divorces, getting relocated, and I targeted those people through letters, ads, signs. I would put out bandit signs, and they would call me, and then I was able to make money by flipping those contracts. But this was an active strategy because, like I said, I had to actively do things. I had to put ads out. I had to mail letters. I had to put out my signs. I had to talk to people. But it was a great way for me to start learning in real estate, and it's the reason that I was able to create passive income. Let me share that part with you. So once I was able to get out of my parents' basement and I really mastered a lot of the active real estate strategies, I went from wholesaling to fixing and flipping. Fixing and flipping is still an active strategy because you do have to do something. Like I said, I had to get those properties, I had to hire contractors, I had to renovate them. So that was an active strategy. But then once I learned fixing and flipping, that's when I was able to turn on the passive rental income. I started getting those same properties, people with property problems, and instead of renovating them to sell those houses, I started renovating them to the standard of a tenant, meaning I didn't necessarily have to fix it up as nicely as I had to sell it. Instead of putting granite countertops and stainless steel appliances, I could put, a more durable countertop and even white or black appliances and still make my money. I was able to amass lots of properties and acquire rental properties by doing so. Then I put a property manager in place and I had passive income. Now I own my properties. I didn't have to fix and flip them. I didn't have to do any wholesaling. I had tenants that were paying. The property manager handled the property and money came into my bank account each month. And that is how you create passive rental income for yourself. And this is much easier than active strategies, but in most cases, you have to start with the active rental strategies before you can move into the passive rental strategies. So I have created an entire training that teaches you all of this And the best thing is, it's absolutely free. Check out noellsfreetraining.com. You'll learn my exact strategy and the exact formula for investing in real estate with very little money and how to make profit without losing money. I want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.